We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone. It's a meeting of Trinity County Commissioners Court. It's a regular session. Date is Monday, April 13th, 2015, 9 a.m. We're meeting in Trinity County Commissioners Courtroom, 162 West 1st Street, Trinity County Courthouse, Groveton, Texas, 75845. Like I said, I appreciate y'all all being here and bearing the elements and coming to town. At this time, I'd ask Brother Jack McMahon with First United Methodist Church in Groveton to come forward and open the meeting with a word of prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for the ability to serve. We give you all the praise, the honor, and glory. We ask you to give us wisdom, that in all the matters concerning the citizens and the children of your county and this state and this world and the United States, that we offer that which will be beneficial and glorifying you. Help us in all matters concerning the development and the enrichment of this county. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lord, for the blessings you have showered upon us and for all the grace that you give us. For we ask all of this in Jesus' holy and righteous name. Amen.
Amen. Before y'all take your seats, y'all join me in a salute to our flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. We'll move into the public forum. Do we have anybody wishing to speak in the public forum? Brother Jack?
I know I was just up here.
You should have just sat on the front row, huh?
This is on a different venue. What I'd like to do today is to thank all of the Commissioners Court, the mayor, especially the judge and Jimmy, for all the wonderful work that was done in putting on and following through to the Bear Chase Marathon that we just had this last Saturday. It was a rousing success, even though the weather forecasters denied many people the opportunity. I could not tell you how many marathoners told us that it was the most perfect weather they had ever experienced in a marathon. And so many people missed it because we were supposed to be under 100% chance of rain.
Yeah,
believe me,
the weatherman blew it.
Sun to prove that it didn't rain.
Thank you, Brother Jack. Anybody else wishing to speak in the public forum? If not, we will move on to approval of minutes of the March 23rd, 2015. I don't think we've gotten there yet. March 23rd, 2015 regular session. Let the record show that the minutes do show the proper date, March 23rd, 2015.
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Smith, seconded by Commissioner Worsham to approve the minutes of the March 23rd, 2015 regular session. Any discussion? Not. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. While they're signing off on that, our next item on the agenda is discuss and act on official bonds. We have none, so we'll pass over that. Do you know both of them?
No. Don't know nothing about either one of them in your seat.
Will be in Port Ventura, I believe. It's
Second one?
second one, Natasha Drives in Portaventura.
I seen her obituary in the newspaper. I don't know her.
I don't know either one of them.
Okay.
I don't know whether they're direct cremation or,
Trinity County residents.
It's definitely in
It is
Portaventura.
definitely, okay.
Ghost Branch is in Trinity. Where's that at, Neil? Ghost Branch.
Ghost Bridge Anchors?
That's in Glendale.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know who that would be, because there ain't but about 6 people that live on there.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to item 7 on the agenda. Well, I'm sorry, item 6, which is discuss and act on pauper funeral payments. We have 2 requests. The first one, the name of deceased is Carl Capel, I guess is how you say that. It's Kappel. Shows a county residence of Trinity. Next of kin of Mary Capel.
Judge, this second one, Miss Connie down there at Portaventura, or actually Miss Sue Harrison, she called me and asked me if what the counties did on these paupers. I remember now. She said that this person didn't have anything, and I directed her to the Waller, I think Waller Thornton and Steve Conley's the one done that, and she said they was gonna work it out between them, so.
Okay.
I don't know, I can't verify that there was a pauper, but I do know Miss Sue Harrison very well, and
Okay.
if she felt like as a pauper, I felt like he would be a pauper.
Okay.
I thought we had, they had to show us that they had direct burial, or did we set guidelines where?
The only thing we really changed on there is showing Trinity, showing the county residence. I mean, I can contact Lois and double check, and we'll go with based on the information you gave, Mr. Worsham, on
I mean, that's
on
all I
Leslie Hughes,
know.
but the other one I can make contact and check on that Carl Capel. So,
I make a motion that we approve this for Miss Dunlop.
I'll second.
okay. Have a motion by Commissioner Worsham, seconded by Commissioner Brown to approve the pauper burial application for Leslie Hughes Dunlap. And I'll check on the other one with Carl Capel. Any more discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next is discuss and act on claims and invoices. Ms. Sheila, the floor is yours.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've already given y'all claims and invoices. They should be on your desks.
One that titles purchase order file listing.
Yes, purchase order file listing, that's it.
Sheila, I don't have any.
It's, maybe, it was laying on her.
It's not here.
It would have been separate. for-
Yeah, these were laying on the deal when I came in.
You had a whole separate pile, just like this.
I don't have, I didn't have it. It's not been here.
Mr. Dawkins will loan you his. 'Cause that's all of it right there.
Did you get it? Did you pick up your stuff last week? It wasn't in there?
Yes, I picked my packet up last Friday.
Wasn't in it?
And it wasn't on my,
No, all this stuff was laid out this morning on here. These, so I
This wasn't
don't-
here.
Yeah.
All right, page 2, just want to bring a few things to your attention. The very top, the Armed Corps cartridge ink. This is a pass-through, basically. This was ammunition that we're paying for, but the officers who were using the ammunition have paid the county for it, so it's just a pass-through. There's a Mustang Rental Services on down on the page. That's Mr. Brown signed off on those this morning. This should be the completion of the invoices that we receive for the repair and rental of his Mustang that burned, I guess, was the issue on that.
You get your burnt unit back?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Bent back.
Good.
Page 3 has that invoice on it for $85,698.77. Page 4, the very bottom invoice to Todd Merriweather. This is also another pass-through. It's just $100. I'd just like to call these to y'all's attention so y'all can see that not every time when there's an invoice approved is it a county expense. There's a Texas Association of Counties towards the top of the page for $22.49. This is an additional invoice that the county received for workers' comp insurance in addition to the annual invoice that we usually pay. We thought we were done with it, but they sent us an additional one based on the 3% increase in salary, because workers' comp is based on salary. So they sent us an additional invoice.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Chamberlain, seconded by Commissioner Brown to approve. Any discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Just got a signature page on it. Wait, I had.
That's your packet.
Okay.
And you got his. Okay.
This doesn't have a signature page. Okay, okay. All right, next is discuss an act on approval of the complete check register and monthly report for March.
So just the account payable checks that have been paid, and I don't have anything to add if y'all have any questions.
Cover page shows we should be at 50% right now.
That's a monthly report you're talking about. This
Oh,
is the
okay.
check register is this
Okay,
report.
I am on the wrong one, okay.
Well, they're on the same agenda item.
Yes, they are on the same agenda item. I was just looking at the check register
Okay.
first.
No problem, no, nothing here.
No,
you said.
nothing. This is all paid already. Over $1 million paid this month, so. The monthly report, which is the big one. We'll look at that. Pages 2 and 3 are the taxes, which show us at 91% overall. We should be at 50% for this time. Your fees and your fines are anywhere from 37 to 57%. Page 12 shows you your general fund totals, which are income at 86 and expense at 50, which is really good. The road and bridge are on pages 24 through 31. They all look in accordance with where they should be as well. Pretty close.
So get ready. If we ever see some sunshine, they're gonna probably be over a little bit.
I think everybody will be welcome now. That's all I have.
Motion we approve the check register monthly report.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Worsham, seconded by Commissioner Smith to approve check register and monthly report for March. Any discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. There's that. Here's the check register. Ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is discuss an act on approval of the auditor's quarterly report of fee collecting offices.
This is just my regular quarterly report, all the collecting offices as stated. First thing I wanted to go through was the cash reconciliation for the county treasurer's office. We have 34 bank accounts that are in the treasurer's custody, and for this period, the treasurer had not yet reconciled Many of the December reports in January and February had not yet been reconciled. There's a state comptroller quarterly report that's sent in, obviously quarterly, and I was unable to obtain copies of this report from the treasurer. I contacted the state comptroller's office directly. They supplied me with the copies so that I could review them, and there were many errors. I've gone over these with the treasurer's office. Amended reports have to be filed, and I requested that amendments are copied to my office, and that in the future all of these reports are reviewed by my office before they're submitted. The regular monthly reports for the fine and fee collecting offices were all pretty well in line. Second page shows just a few exceptions. The county attorney's office still has some checks that are outstanding that are stale dated that need to be voided and reissued. A few of those actually were cleared up Friday, which I didn't reflect on this report. Sometimes the monies aren't deposited within the 7 days as prescribed.
Every time I get them, I do it. When I see the deposits ready, in fact, I did 2 deposits last week.
I believe it was mostly in February that
Yeah, well,
there was quite a few.
Yes, well, Jennifer was out parts of January and February. And that's why the reports were late. I did the January report badly, but I did it.
And Teresa did this month.
Yes, and we got it in, but it was late.
And the district clerk's office, which is to be expected since it's a new office, we just had some delay in getting the reports and getting everything completed, but they're working on it. Constable reports for this quarter, all 3 monthly reports were turned in, or I'm sorry, that's a typo. For all 3 months, the monthly reports were turned in on time. Cash counts, we had no exceptions, which is always good. And that is all I have to report.
Questions by the court? Not, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you.
Motion by Commissioner Brown, second by Commissioner Chamberlain. Any discussion? Not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item on the agenda is discuss and act on setting a public hearing for Lake L Estates subdivision speed limit and other traffic safety signage as follows. Establishing a speed limit in the subdivision of 25 miles per hour and installing speed limit signs along Lake L Drive accordingly. Establishing a 3-way stop at Lake L Drive and Darrell Hall Drive and installing 2 additional stop signs at that intersection accordingly. Installing do not pass signs in both directions along Lake L Drive at approaches to hills with limited sight distance. Installing pass with care signs in both directions along Lake L Drive where passing would not be hindered by limited sight distance hills. Installing 25,000-pound weight load limit signs at entry to Lake L Estates subdivision on Lake L Drive.
Thank you, Judge. A question for the attorney. How much advance notice do we have to give for a public hearing on this issue? 30 days?
Yeah, we have to have the notice as soon as possible in the paper. Probably we should have this set for a hearing on the June calendar.
When?
On the June calendar.
Why so far?
It's only 14 days away.
Are you talking about May?
May calendar.
May, yeah. That'd be 5/11 then, May 11th.
It should be within the time period, within 20 days. But it'd be barely within the 20 days, but it will be in. The speed limit will only be on the county roads though, because we haven't got a petition from Property Owners Association.
Right.
So
There's no association, but
well, there's another way to do it, is that individuals along the roads can petition themselves.
we are only concerned about speed at that sign, on that street at the moment,
Okay.
or that road. The other.
Be run twice, Joe. Newspaper
Yeah.
twice.
I've run it twice.
Yes. I thought I'd asked Joe the other day, evidently I just dreamed about him. I thought we had talked about doing a public hearing on a road, but I'll get with y'all between now and the next, and we'll set up a time
Okay.
to do a public hearing.
Okay.
Well, you talked to me, but I don't.
Well, we discussed over lunch one day, and I thought that I had put that in motion, but I guess I didn't, so we'll do it in May.
Okay.
Joe, let me clear something up. Four-wheelers
Yes.
on county roads are prohibited except if you got a pasture or something and there's something about if
The
you got
public road crossings are limited. Use of a public road before
the people running up and down a county road on four-wheelers on any county road is prohibited, right?
On the road part. On the right-of-way on the sides, they can. If you got any side roads. State highway, you got the road, and then you got the right-of-way on the sides. You can ride the four-wheelers on that area.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Unlicensed?
Well, no, you have to get the...
They gotta be registered.
Yeah. Okay. But,
I'm not talking about highways, I'm talking about county roads.
okay, well...
I'm having a lot of problem with four-wheelers on certain roads,
We all are, yeah.
tearing them up, and in fact, Rich, out there at Lake Elk, they're right in the middle of trying to work on the road, and four-wheelers are going up there on the weekend tearing it up.
Yeah.
So I wanted a clarification on that.
Best I recollect, you can only do it for crossing the road. You can't travel down the road on a public road.
Thought that was right.
Can you drive them on the right-of-way of a county-maintained road?
Well, yes, on the right-of-way, but not on the road itself.
Okay.
You got extra space between the road and the end of the right-of-way, they can drive on that. They just can't drive on the paved part, or the gravel part. As best I remember.
Okay.
Sir?
Is there an opening to speak to that?
No, sir, not at this point. Back to our public hearing, setting a date for public hearing. We want to look at the 11th.
I make a motion, we set the date of May 11th for the public hearing, get 2 ads in the paper between
Second.
now and then.
Okay. Have a motion from Commissioner Chamberlain, seconded by Commissioner Worsham, to set the public hearing on these issues with Lake Elk and Lake Elk Drive, Darrell Hall Drive, for May the 11th. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next item of business is ratify exclusive 911 ambulance service contract between Trinity County and Ventura EMS. So I have a contract between the county and Ventura that myself and Keith Shelley, the CEO of Ventura, sat down and hashed out. He's happy with it, I'm happy with it, and we've signed off on it, so here it is.
If y'all two are happy with it, I'll make a motion to approve it.
Have a motion by Commissioner Worsham, seconded by Commissioner Brown to approve. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
As Mr. Shelley said, how the service is going in that area over there, I hadn't talked to him since the changeover and everything.
I talked to him last Sunday. He said they have had no issues. Everything is smooth, running fine, and I've heard no complaints on them. They're very visible over there.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've heard nothing but good. Yeah, so.
He's had no problems whatsoever.
All right, next item of business is ratify exclusive ambulance service contract between Trinity County and Groveton EMS. Same thing with this, and myself and David Robinson sat down and hashed out a contract that both parties are happy with, have signatures on that. Any discussion on that?
Well, the only thing that I brought up was y'all signed off on it, and if y'all happy, I'm happy with it, but it said he would provide receipts at a minimum of $1,000 a month. And when we put that in the budget, that wasn't part of it, but y'all got it in the contract, and both of you signed it, so I make a motion we approve it.
Second.
All right, have a motion by Commissioner Smith, seconded by Commissioner Chamberlain to approve ratification of the contract for Trinity County Groveton EMS. Any discussion? Not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
I'm going to abstain.
Okay. Let the record show Commissioner Worsham abstains from this vote. Motion passes. I guess we can skip down. We're going to skip over the biofuel project until representatives from SR20 Holdings Group gets here. They should be here 10 o'clock, 10:15, something like that, Commissioner Chamberlain. With that, we'll move down to item 15, which is receive updates on the following projects and discuss and act where applicable. County Energy Transportation Reinvestment Zone, Grant Road Improvement Projects, and Hurricane Ike 2.2 grant funding and project status.
Regarding the CTERS projects, most of those are done. There are a few loads of rock required for 3 of the precincts. I talked to Jimmy Brown this morning. He's ready to get to that rock when the weather clears up a little bit. We need to ask the other commissioners to do the same when they can finish off the CTERS road projects. I think you all have a little bit of rock coming yet with Russell Bird. We got my Precinct 2 Winding Creek done a couple of weeks ago. We'll be doing the invoicing to TxDOT for them starting between the 15th and the 25th, which is the window we have for invoicing TxDOT for those projects. We also sent a request to change our project list to accommodate dates further out for final completion, waiting for better weather for those rock haul jobs. And also changing Barrett's Landing from pavement to rock in order to get the whole road completed. And we're waiting to hear from TxDOT on that requested change. Any questions on the CTERS projects? Regarding Hurricane Ike funding, we're making some pretty good progress there. The last couple of weeks we've had some pretty good weather. Precinct 2 had about 17 or 18 roads to be rocked. We're down to 2 that have to be rocked now. We finished rocking most of those other 16 roads. Herbert Bickley with Klotz Engineering put together a final summary of the road projects, and I'll pass that out. He put this together probably 3 weeks ago, just showing the final roads to be completed, how long those roads are to be, how much rock by tonnage, and the current budget amount.
This is only rock.
Pardon me?
This is only rock.
This is rock only, yes. Yeah, not counting the 6 paved projects. Regarding the paved projects or the chip and seal projects, as folks might recall, we have 6 roads in the county that'll be chip and sealed. There is a progress, a pre-construction meeting with CCC Blacktopping here in the law office upstairs, or law library, on April 29th at 10 a.m. So we'll be talking with CCC then about getting started.
That date set in stone?
For the pre-construction meeting? Pretty much, yeah. Did you want to change it?
I'm not going to be here on the 29th.
We all can't attend it anyway
That's
because
right.
of the quorum thing, but
Okay.
the idea was just to get together with them and get some schedule.
I've already visited with CCC too about the Jungle Village project.
I would give them a call between now and then and
Okay.
talk to him. As you recall, or might recall, the Commissioners Court decided that we'd hold off on those chip and seal jobs until the weather was better and the asphalt was likely to be successful in warmer weather. So April 29th will be the pre-construction meeting. I assume they'll get started in June, and we'll work out the schedule of which roads happen when. That's all I have on those 2 issues, Judge.
Rich,
Yes.
Precinct 3,
Yes, sir.
Trinity Lady Park Road.
Right.
I've already paid for or I don't know whether it paid for it or not, but the environmental study on Trinity Park, they're still showing from Irby Lane to Jack Schaefer.
Yeah,
That's not right.
they've got the right description on the job that GLO has to do for the environmental. But I'll make a note of that and talk to Herbert Bickley about it.
The reason I bring it up, you know, the Country Store Road
Right,
and the South Mill Pond,
Right.
they've got it on here and it's right now,
right.
but they still don't have Trinity Park.
That's why it's in red. They were revising that budget accordingly.
Oh, okay.
And we've agreed that the $4,000 cost for the environmental study would be split in two between Precinct 3 and Precinct 4 and charged to the appropriate roads, right?
That's right.
Any other questions?
Well, you know, we visit too with our idea with Mr. Bickley and Mr. Danny Christian with CCC about Jungle Village and remodifying that bid to where he had base work involved in their cement stabilization, that he had agreed that if the county done the base work on the limestone road base, then he would figure a price of, in other words, we was gonna spend every dime that we was getting for pavement and let the county do and Mr. Bickley and him supposed to be working them figures out. I don't guess we've heard
Got
anything.
a price yet?
Okay.
I'll check with them on that, the Tiger.
And of course, there's no rush because I was already hoping to have the base work done by now and be ready to do some chip and seal in May, but all this rain's put us back 60 or 90 days. And whenever it stops, not today, but whenever the rain stops, we're 60 to 90 days
Weather
behind.
forecast isn't good for it stopping this week, that's for sure.
Can't complain about the rain.
So what is our plan now with Russell Byrd hauling? Is he gonna finish hauling with you?
He should be finishing up with me as soon as we get a couple of more good days. They started old Highway 19 South. They've got to do Ben Blair Road, and we've got to do Bell's Camp Marina Road, and then they'll be done with me.
And then his plan is to go back and finish Jimmy
Jimmy
and
said he's ready to have him back as soon as the weather clears up.
then you, and then
He
me.
wanted to be last, if you recall.
Yeah,
He hitting it just right.
You're getting your wish.
I'm not gonna soak mine up down in the sand.
Talking about Hurricane Ike 2.2, something else that falls in there is that water tower project over there with the city of Trinity, and I notice they've got the footings poured and set for that, and I think they're supposed to actually start on structure next week, weather permitting.
That's correct.
Yeah, okay. Anybody have anything else on the CTERS grant or Hurricane Ike 2.2? All right, if not, we got finished early.
We got
Take a break.
Yeah,
to do 14, still do 14.
Well, they gotta get here first.
yeah, we'll let those SR20 Holdings folks get here. Well, we'll stand in recess till, you think 10?
Probably 10:15.
10:15.